me coming to you super close to the screen because I got a new camera and a new lens and a new everything, so I'm still trying to figure out my setup. So right now you can't see anything but my lovely face because it's an autofocus lens, so I can get like closer and it'll figure out that I'm closer, and I can move further away and it'll figure that out. So I'm still trying to figure out the framing, but anyway, today I am super stoked for this video because I got an early present from Live Crime. I found out about their new palette when they posted it on their page, and so I reached out to my contact at Live Crime and I told her, please give me this palette, I'll even pay for it, just send it to me as soon as possible, I want it. And she said, oh yeah, sure, we'll send you one as soon as we can. And guess what just arrived in the mail? I am so stoked about this palette. I love the Venus palettes. The first Venus palette is my absolute favorite go-to palette. I would take it with me traveling. It's my basic palette. It's my go-to if I don't know what I'm going to do that day. It is my favorite palette. And the second one I like a lot too. It's not my go-to. It's got a couple of weird colors. It's kind of like the Anastasia palette. Then the jump to the subculture is the same jump from Venus 1 to Venus 2, where it's like super wearable and easy to figure out to what do I do with this. It's lovely and it's still just as good as the first palette, but you know, it's a little harder to work with. And now we have a third sister to add to the Venus trio triplets. I don't know where I was going with this idea. But there's a third one, and it's Venus XL, and as soon as I found out about this, I asked for it, they sent it to me, I just got it. They're not paying for this video, they just sent it to me early because I love them, and they kind of like me. And my contact at Live Crime, aka Vanessa, hi, if you're watching this, I love her. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys my thoughts and impressions on this palette. Spoiler alert, I really like it. I'll go more into depth later, but I'll just preface it by saying this because I don't know if I touched on it in the actual video enough. I already love the Venus palettes. They are some of the most blendable, easy to work with, like pigmented, not that much fallout. Everything I like that should be right about eyeshadow is right about these palettes. They're buttery, they're pigmented, they're easy to blend, they're beautiful. And so I already love Live Crime's palettes, so I already kind of knew I was gonna like this one, as long as they didn't change their formula, and they didn't, so I love this. Here are the shades. And of course, the palette looks just as pretty as always. But yeah, let me show you guys how I created this look and give you my first impressions on this. So without any further ado, let's jump into the video. So for this look, I'm going to recreate something I did a while ago. I wanted to do a monochromatic look using monochromatic purple, like purple on the eyes, purple on the lips. And I have one of Live Crime's new plushies that they gave me in purple, which I'm going to use on the lips, but on the eyes, I'm just going to use all the purplish shades. And so hopefully this will come out the way I want it. So first I'm going to take Fresca, which is one of the glitter mattes, and I'm just going to apply it all over my lid kind of as a transition. So yeah, one thing Live Crime stressed is that they have a bunch of new kinds of shades. Like there's mattes, like each one of the shadows is falls into one of these categories or finishes. There's matte, there's glitter matte, there's, I forgot what it's called. Is it on the back? Of course it's not. It's not helpful. There's matte, glitter matte, and then something they said, it's not a shimmer, or it's not like what you would think it is, but it's like the shinier shades. It's satin, I think, or something like that. I'm gonna go check what the last one is. BR. Okay, so the 4 unique finishes are matte. I literally just forgot. I literally just looked it up and I forgot. The 4 unique finishes are matte, matte sparkle, glow, and metallic. So I'm using Fresca, and Fresca is a matte sparkle, and I'm kind of happy with this formula because it seems like what Boot was trying to be in the Venus 2 palette. I've complained about this before, but Boot is a black with a little bit of sparkle, and it does not actually show up, which is super frustrating because it looks like it would be really pretty, but when you actually put it on, you don't see that sparkle. And so I'm happy with this because you do see a faint hint of the sparkle. It's not a lot, but it's there. So next I'm going to go in with Botticelli, and I'm going to put this in the crease. The one thing I've always loved about like Lime Crime's shadows, and the reason I stan them is that they're the most blendable, buttery thing ever. I've literally never felt anything as good as Lime Crime's shadows on my eyes, except Pat McGrath's eyeshadows, but I'm not comparing the two. I'm just saying, like, those are the highest tier eyeshadows for me, is Lime Crime and Pat McGrath. Like, even Anastasia can, like, maybe not get it right sometimes. Every single Lime Crime palette I have, I love. And so far it seems no different with this one. Botticelli is kind of hard to blend out. Like, it's so pigmented, like it's actually like, I mean, I won't know until I take it off, but it feels like it's actually like pigment, like the pigment is seeping into my skin. Like, it looks like it's just blending into my skin, which is good for like the look, but it's hard to like blend it out. I think that's good. I think that looks good. By the way, sorry for my like powdered face, but as soon as I got this palette, I threw on my foundation because I was like, we don't got time for all that nonsense today. All that matters today are these shadows. I'm gonna like wrap up my face on camera maybe, but like I'm mostly focused on the shadows. I'm trying to figure out if I want to do like a halo eye or if I want to just leave it like this. I might just leave it like this. Okay, so I'm using Botticelli. I'm gonna put it in the center of my lid to make more of a halo eye, like a smoky halo eye. And I might warm it up with Passion and Aphrodite, but I think I'm pretty much done. I really like how this looks. I'm going to do a more traditional Venus look tomorrow, and I will post it on my Instagram. It'll probably be in the thumbnail along with this look. Like, I'm going to use all the colors that everyone's been using, like, and the colors I want to use, but like, I wanted to try something different because I've seen everyone do the same, like pinky, orangey thing, and as much as I love that, it's just like, oh, everyone's doing it. I don't want to do what everyone's doing right now. Let me try something different. And plus, I got this idea as soon as I saw the palette. I was like, there's a lot of purples in here. Let me play with the purples. Trust me, you're gonna see me use this palette a lot over the next couple days on my Instagram and my Twitter and just everywhere. You're gonna see me use this palette. I'm so hyped about this. I've been waiting for it. As soon as she said she was gonna send it to me, I was like hyped. Okay, I really like how that looks. I don't even know if I want to do a halo eye. I really like how this looks. I think I'm just going to keep it pretty monochromatic. Y'all are going to hate me for this because it's going to be a monochromatic look today. Yep, it's going to be a monochromatic look today. We're done. Except for like the under eye, which... Let me get this big off my face and then I'll do the other eye and the lip and I'll talk a little bit more about the palette. Okay, so the bake is gone and I just realized because this camera is so like zoomed in on me, I can actually come a lot closer to the camera. Hi. We don't need to see this much of my face. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. We're gonna test out different angles today. We're gonna try this. We're gonna try this. I'm gonna try this. Oh my god, you can probably see like every imperfection. You can probably see like this weirdness. I don't even know what this is going on here. Like dry skin that like the foundation clings to. I don't know. Whatever, we're gonna move on with the tutorial. I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna use Passion under my eye. This was gonna be a monochromatic look, but I want to go into Passion so badly. Like, look at that shade. Can that even register on camera how vibrant and pretty that shade is? Like, I want to use it. It's going on my eye and I'm using it. I'm using it. This isn't the look I wanted, and that's the only reason I'm mad. The shade is beautiful, but this isn't what I wanted. You know what? I'm gonna do it on the other side, and then I'm gonna go in again with Botticelli and like bring it back to purple. I wanted this to be the only under eye shade, but like, I'm trying so hard not to do this monochromatic look because like, I know you guys want like a proper review and I should be using more shades. But at the same time, I just really want to do this monochromatic look. I sound so white. I didn't clean my brush in between, so there's still some Botticelli in there. But whatever. Now into Botticelli. So, one of the things I love about the Lime Crime palettes is that they don't have a ton of fallout. Like, sometimes there is some, especially if you're really trying to pack a color on. And they also don't have a lot of kickback, so like you're not gonna get your palette super messy unless you're like me and you're just messy anyways. Oh, I like this. Yay. Okay. So everything's just super neat. Okay, I'm gonna wrap. Hi. Yeah, I'm right here. I'm gonna back up. You know what? I'm gonna back up. Yeah, y'all saw the eye. You're good now. We can stay back here. Okay, so now that I have finished the eye, except for like mascara and stuff, I'm gonna do that after. I'm just gonna finish up my face and talk to you guys about the Lime Crime palette while I do that. So I'm just gonna use my normal Anastasia blush kit, and I'm gonna go into the purple shade because I want to go with the whole purple concept of this look, and I'm also just gonna go to my normal top corner shade, which is the blush shade I use like everything. I mentioned this a ton of times before, but I 100% freaking love Lime Crime's palettes, and so when I found out about this one, I was super stoked about it. And a couple of things I saw people say was that it was really close to the Venus palette. I see what people mean by that, but at the same time, it's not really true. Like, I think when people say that, they mean mostly like this shade. Like, this shade looks exactly like, I think it's, I don't remember what it's called, Muse or Shell, I don't remember what it's called. But one of the shades in the Venus palette, as well as this one, kind of looks like one of the shades in the Venus palette, but they're different. Like, I can tell without even getting my Venus palette out that they're different. I can tell just from looking at them that they're different. Like, just because I use the Venus palette like every day, it was the literal first palette I ever got, and I realized I need to get a new one because that one I've had, it was my first palette, like my first palette ever. Like the first eyeshadow palette that I bought. I need to get rid of it because that was like a couple years ago. Gonna go in purple now. But yeah, I can see what people are talking about, but it's not really true. But then again, if you already have Venus and you're happy with Venus and you don't feel like you need like another palette, I can see not getting this one. Like, while I love the berry tones, and I don't feel like I have a lot of berry tone palettes. Like, I have a lot of warm palettes, but not berry warm. Like, they're more like fire or sunset warm. Even the Lime Crime one is more of a pink, grungy, burgundy warm. Kind of like a, like the Modern Renaissance palette, kind of similar to that. I feel like I have a lot of those, but I don't have a lot of berry palettes. And so I'm actually super, super happy with that palette. I think it's a good addition. Like I said, I don't know if I ever finished the story, but I'm going to say it again. The look that I'm doing right now is inspired by the first look I did that Lime Crime ever reposted, actually, which I'll put right here. That. In that look, I actually struggled super hard to find a purple eyeshadow in all of the palettes I have. I had a ton of palettes at the time, and I could not find a purple eyeshadow, so that's why when I saw this one, I was like, oh, there's like 5 purple eyeshadows. I decided to do this monochromatic look, and I find that really weird because, like, purple is a normal eyeshadow. This looks really cool. I'm happy with this. Purple is a normal eyeshadow color. Like, I don't feel like I'm asking for a lot when I'm asking for a purple eyeshadow. Like, remember when red was a hard eyeshadow to find? Now, matte red is like everywhere. I used to really want a red shadow, but I couldn't find those either. But that made sense to me because not a lot of people really want to have red eyes. Now we do, but back then, like, no one really did. But purple, I don't feel like is that weird eyeshadow color. Like a plum purple, not like every palette that I did find a purple in, it was not a plum purple like this, or something like a warm, nice purple, or a grapey purple. It was like a dark gray version of this. Just dark and gray and depressing, and I didn't like it. So I did what I could. I used a couple of purple shades from Too Faced's Natural Love palette. They have like a couple of those dark gray purple shades, but you know, I didn't do what I exactly wanted, and so that's what I'm trying to do now. I'm trying to make up for that. Okay, so now I'm gonna go into my Lime Crime Highlights Blossoms palette and use the purple shade, no shit, as a highlighter. I think it's called Lavender. Yeah, it's called Lavender. So yeah, I think that the colors in this palette are a welcome addition to the Lime Crime lineup, as well as my personal lineup of shadows that I use. So I'm super excited to play with it, and it's the same high quality that I've come to expect from, oh my god, that's cool. It's the same high quality that I've come to expect from Lime Crime and their eyeshadows. If I'm ever doing anything artistic or like really, really cool, Anastasia is good, but to me Lime Crime is better. That's just my personal opinion. To me it's more buttery, more blendable. I just love Lime Crime's shadows. I think they do a fantastic job. And I even kind of knew that when I got that first palette. This was a mistake. I should not have put it under my brow bone. I don't like that. I'm going to continue to do it, and then I'm going to fix it. But I shouldn't have done that. I liked it better before. Oh well. Anyway, their shadows are amazing. like this Blossoms highlight kit. I love it, but like as far as highlighters go, I've had better, I've had worse, but Lime Crime is literally one of the best eyeshadow palettes. Like, they have some of the best eyeshadow palettes I've ever used. Again, that's in my opinion and skill level. Like, I'm not the best makeup artist. I'm not even a makeup artist. I'm a makeup enthusiast. I've seen a couple people start calling themselves that. I'm like, sure, that's closer to what I am. I'm not gonna actually contour today either. I'm just gonna highlight. Yay! Okay, lips, and then I'm gonna go do my mascara and eyeliner off camera just because it's just gonna be basic eyeliner. Pat McGrath Permaglide Liner, Curly Queen lashes. You've seen this, you know, and I'll come back on and talk about it. But now I'm gonna use the Gumdrop plushie that I mentioned earlier. By the way, quick word about the plushies. You can leave it like this. This is one coat of a plushie. This is how I wear it most of the time. But how people have been wearing it on Lime Crime site, and what I'm gonna try now, but I haven't really, I've done it occasionally, but not really, is you just keep layering and then make it look almost like a liquid lipstick. Like a soft, you'll see, hold on. So either this, which is a light one coat, or you know what? The whole idea of this look was that I wanted my lips to match my eyes, and I think I want to go warmer with the eyes, and so I am going to go back into Passion because I thought it wasn't going to be welcome in this look, but it actually is. So I'm actually going to take Passion and I'm going to put it like as more of a transition and add a little bit more under the eyes. We're just going to have more passion. More passion in my life, guys. I don't know if you guys can see the difference, but I literally just took a little bit of Passion and it just warmed it up and did exactly what I wanted instantly. Instantly. Fucking love Lime Crime. Okay guys, so I'm back. I have applied my lashes and I fixed my wig and I applied one more layer of the plushies and I also applied some eyeliner. I just want to do that all off camera because the main thing we're talking about today is this palette. And I just wanted to give you guys kind of my final thoughts on this palette. It's just as good as the other Venus palettes, which means in my opinion it is amazing. The color selection, if you don't, I personally like it. This fills a hole that I've had personally in my eyeshadow collections, and I'm sure there's other palettes like it. But, you know, if you don't feel this, if you're not feeling the berries and the purples and the pinks, if you're not feeling that, then you don't really need it. If you are feeling that, then I think this is a good buy. Obviously, you don't really need anything. But, like, in my opinion, I'm happy to have this palette. I would have paid for it even if Lime Crime didn't send it to me. And especially since it has so many pinks, and pink is my favorite eyeshadow color to wear. This is a definite yes for me for this palette. Like, I love it. The only thing I'd say as a criticism of this palette is maybe the price. I believe it retails for about $56. I'll put the exact price right here. And that's a lot of money for a palette. I understand that, but at the same time, the Pat McGrath palettes are like $120, and she's coming out with a new one that's like $55, which I'm going to get because that is the most affordable for eyeshadow palettes I've ever been, and I want one. But, you know, that is a lot of money. It's a lot more than the average, you know, $40 palette, and so I can understand if you don't want to pay it. I think the normal Venus palettes are in the $35 range. So, you know, I understand it's quite a price jump for some people, but you do get more, but you might not want that more. So I'd say if you're concerned about price, maybe just get the OG Venus, but if you can afford to spring for it and you like a couple more pinks and everything, then I say go ahead and go for this palette. I think it's a great buy. I honestly recommend it. Big surprise, I like a Venus palette. I freaking love the Venus palettes. Of course I was gonna like this. But yeah guys, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the new quality of these videos. I'm going to work on figuring out the framing and everything because this is really close. Or if you guys like how close it is, let me know. Just let me know what you think of this overall setup in the comments. Also the audio, since I'm so far away from the camera, I'm concerned about the audio. I'll try as hard as I can to fix it, but you know, just let me know in the comments what your opinions of the new setup is. But yeah, thanks so much for watching this video. If you liked it, leave a like. If you want to see more videos like this, check out my channel and subscribe for more content like this. Let me know what you think of the palette and what you think of this look and just what you think. How's your day going? Just talk to me in the comments down below. And I will see you in the next one, guys. Bye!